welcome to the program. The Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has warned the West the Kremlin is running out of patience. Boris Johnson has finally admitted he was at the party and offered an apology. Does this go near enough to see him through this crisis?
He's a dead man walking.
It's been a day of tense talks in Geneva between top officials from the US and Russia. It's the start of a critical week in diplomatic efforts to try and avert military action over Ukraine. One man who knew him well and wrote extensively about his life is Reverend Michael Battle. How did he balance his religious beliefs with his political perspectives?
His theological religious worldview was such that God is always seeking cooperation.
Joining me now is Peter Dickinson. The Lublin Triangle draws on its historic ties. But what can Poland and Lithuania realistically do for Ukraine?
Well, obviously neither a major, either military or economic power.
Life imitated art when Star Trek's William Shatner took off into space in the quest for life, but not as we know it. For more on those space cadets, I'm going to pick the brains of astronomer Francisco Diego. The recent clash between Elon Musk and China raised concerns about policing in space. What sort of role does the UN Space Agency play, and how efficient is it?
These things are happening in a very free way.
Welcome to the beautiful city of Paris for the 73rd International Astronautical Congress, which brings together the entire global space community. We'll speak to leaders in the field and continue our tour of leading organizations in the sector. I'm now joined by Christian Hauglie Hansen, who is the Director General of the Norwegian Space Agency. And why is it crucial that we have meetings such as this one in order to come up with solutions for climate change?
There's so much discussion going on, but part of the frustration is that there's a lot of talk.
Talk us through what role Lockheed Martin is playing in space exploration right now.
Lockheed Martin starts at the edge of the universe.
Security officials in Lebanon say their soldiers who had been held captive by the Islamic State group since 2014 may have already died. Adam, reports indicate that the remains of the men have been found. French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Angela Merkel spoke and delivered eulogies, and they spoke of Helmut Kohl's legacy to millions of Europeans. Have both countries inherited that responsibility for maintaining a united Europe?
The challenges are very important.
Macron breaking bread with members of the Muslim community tonight. This is about sending out a strong signal.
Just weeks into his presidency, and Emmanuel Macron's presence here sends a signal of unity and inclusion to French Muslims. It's official. Paris will host the 2024 Olympics. The city emerged victorious after 3 unsuccessful bids to bring the sporting event home. Good evening. Holidaymakers are being warned to expect more weekend travel chaos throughout the summer. That's after border and ferry staff worked through the night to clear huge volumes of tourist and freight traffic at Dover. Girls Aloud reunited today for the first time in 9 years to honour their late band member Sarah Harding. And Margot Robbie has been confirmed as one of the former stars returning to Neighbours for the show's last ever episode. That's all for this bulletin.